Not ready and going live. Not ready, nocturnal. Not ready, nocturnal. No one is here, and I'm going to let you know in the description, just to know when you watch. You actually see what's going on here. This is me typing. This is me typing. Hold on a second. This is me typing. This is me typing. No, I can't. It's not like here. Look, here's the keyboard. Look. I have to. Anyways, where should I begin? There's so many things to do. I sort of forget so many things. And what do I really forget? Is I forget where they are in my book, because I write like almost everything down. I don't go around with a pen and a paper. I mean, every minute of the day, every second of the day, every minute. There are some times where I always have that paper every minute. Hey, somebody just show up. I know somebody. S&B. Standard bread. You're a standard bread. Somebody. If I had to ask you about who you were an SO and a BO. 2 and 15 stands for the last president, and the last of the prior president. And this one is DT, 420, right? Isn't that what it was? Donald Trump, the 4th letter and the 20th letter, 420. When 420 came to town and picked off and says, I'm going to pick the weeds and clean this town, make America beautiful again. What does it mean to make America, AM, okay, ERICA 931? I'm not going to play with these, what they mean or what it says, because I'm not in that vibration. Everybody gets so happy to have a little drink or a little of this or whatever to change, even if you want to go a different way without the having to, but to reduce within yourself, to catch on to the lower vibration that gives you the high and the capability of saying nothing for an extended period of time. Even when the Indian Nepali sit down and they do yoga, and I'm going into the Buddha area, okay, you get that lower buzz vibration within you. And when you hear this, let me do this. My bones are vibrating. And that's like the rabbi in the front in the synagogue when he's reading out something to you. If you don't listen to him carefully, you won't feel the vibration that he feels because of the words this he knows he speaks. The way he interprets within him that vibration, that happiness that brings him to Sabbath. S-A-B-B-O. Is it Sabbath? Beth, like in Bethlehem. Spirit angel 191, but it's a small a. Spirit angel, like when spirit angel, so you would have, oh, it'd be capital A because it'd be the first letter. What if it was the end of the letter? What if it had like the I in the middle of the letter? The I shows you as a vowel, as a small vowel. It carries a dot, so it sort of exposes itself to you. Woman, W-O 38, M-A-N 28. So the cycle is in man 38, 3 and H, Canadians hockey, 3 and 8, 80 and 30, creation of the bypass interstate. Where do I get this? Because I know from 66, 1, 2, 3, and 1 times 2 times 3, both equal to 66. Both in the star system, they match up. So now you can find a happy medium in between And you created 6, 3 and 3, 6. I lost myself in that. The other vibration, the ones you can do from inside your body when somebody comes up and speaks in a certain way, because somebody has a voice that they throw at you to the certain words in a certain way that are attuned with you. And it is the word that catches you to the tune, or is it the tune that catches you to the word? Once you start humming it, do you now want to know the words? Figure out at one point when you need to interpret, when a song comes on and you really don't hear, but you hear that shh, don't say anything. The picture cards, what do they tell you in general? Would you like to know what they tell you in general, the picture cards? Who are you? I see people come on, they leave their name. I'm Mr. Tackpans, but that is my aviator. That is my aviator. What is avatar? Can it be like aviator? What is aviator? Am I a pilot? Am I piloting something? Am I a standard bred somebody? Let me write that down. Somebody. And I like to separate everything, because the minute you have an O, I don't care if it's a big O or a small O, and even the dot in the small O that can be placed above the line in the one letter, the dot at the top. Dot at the top, if I had to write the I in a specific way, if I had to write the I in a specific way like that, I would have to put that dot up over there. I need to follow these lines. Follow the lines when you learn to write. I don't like the focus. Focus, oh my God. I don't like the focus. Be careful, it's a focus. Okay, let me just see if I can fix this. Got to focus. Everybody's got to see who wants to see. Can't come here and just listen to my voice. Somebody told me my voice is, I think it was Mike once. You know what? Could be the sun that's shining in, stealing away my need for darkness. My need for darkness. I'm just trying to fix to see if we can, you know, where's that stand? Where's that stand? Why I just had to stand up to get the stand. So 1 second, I'm just putting this down here. I want to see if I can get this done right. We need to set up a studio. I can't be bothered with all these things. I tend to forget. We need the flow of the stream to come down and to deliver us the difference. The difference, what is inside what we already see and what we believe know, because the definition has already been defined for us. But we see other definitions now in the existence of all. It was A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. Michael Jackson was right. It was MJ 10, 13 coming together. Part of a star, 10 and 13, part of the diamond family. I can show you that in a minute. And that's because of what roulette says. Roulette says. Let's see if I can get this right here. So 1 second, 1 second. We're still trying to fix up this. 1 second, where is it better for the light to be? Is it better to be this way, this way, this way? I don't know. I really don't know. Some kind of light. This is just terrible. No, the regular focus does not help. Well, that's the way it's going to stay. Okay.
Sorry about that. So we were talking about the letter I, and I was talking just about MJ, and I have to prove everything. You must make me prove. If I'm going to say something, make me prove it. Let me show you from where I get it, just like Arnold did. Thank you very much, Arnold. That was very good. And I'm still studying it, Arnold. I want to tell you right now, where is it? So I have to show Arnold. Hold on a second. This is what's behind my fridge. This is what Arnold sent me. This is what Arnold sent me. We'll go over this after. Twice correct. You check it twice. Notice the little mistake? Twice correct. You know, you check it once. All you got to be is wrong once, but you have to be right twice because you have to double check that the second one didn't say wrong again. So I got 2 rights. Okay, override the wrong because the wrong was a mistake. And those are the rights. And these, I'll read your rights to you. The Stonehenge sundial. We can read these now. We can read these now because we know the numbers. We know what the basic numbers say. And they're all going to Mars. We're talking to the system, my friends. We are talking to the system.
The challenging, the challenger, explorer, the ships that have left planet Earth, the names, what are they actually telling us, selling us, showing us, telling us what it's not? It's red. I know it's not green. I know it's not blue. I know it's not yellow. I know it's not white. Again, I know it's red, so I can tell you what it's not also. So we have to know all that. Look what's left over. Look at the other moves I didn't make. And if I don't make this move and I make that move, you follow what I say? So, do you like or do you not like? With which intensity do you like? Because all you're doing is liking. Now, Facebook is starting to show, and they show loving. They don't really have anything that says hating. So all this has an in-between to it. And they're making you search and add on, and then you have so many, you are blurred to what you actually want to emoji out there. So we're being guided without knowing. And in this world, if you believe in aliens, then how about we are the fingertips of the aliens' creation? Because what does it mean, alien? Alien is a word in French that means, in English, that means I have a lien on your house. I have a lien on you. In which way do they have a lien on us? I do not know. It's almost like we're the stock, we're the sheep, we're the cattle, and we said, go, make babies. I'll tell them all the right and the wrong, but they won't be able to keep up with me because there's a little trick in the game. It's called pigs, bulls, bears, and M&Ms coming together. Everybody hungrier than the other. And some just want to be sweet and kind. And no, it can't be true. They're not tricking us. It's not true. I heard it on the news. Those who buy everything, not even spending a cent, but have bought everything because I saw it on the news. So I believe it as the truth. And because you're not on the news, you can't tell me. And 3 out of 4 newses said what I believe. And one news, said something a little bit different, but apparently, they were given a name. They do not conspire with us. They are not conspiring with us, okay, thinking that their story is piracy. Those who don't conspiracy with us are different. They're against it. They're against everything. They're against everything, but they're not. Because pick not who is an opposite of anything. And take the two words and visions of the story and look right into the story. Is there a possibility? And judge the story. If there is a possibility that there is a wrong, then the possibility is as high as 50% and higher. Because when it's wrong, it's all wrong. When there's a slight lie to a great story where part of the story is true, then it's all a lie. Because the story would now have to be altered. So the noun of the story is not actually the verb or the adjective of the story, if which is going right now shortening 57 into 19 by 3. 19 by 3, our moon number 57.
The reverse of Mars is Heinz, 57, 51. That's right, Heinz. Heinz creates the H letter, tying up the two ends. Tie up the ends. And then we have the, well, I made it too big. I made it the wrong way. Then we have the I letter, but I'm going to have to do it this way, but it should have been here. So that's my I letter, okay? I'm going to show you something about this after. So that's my I and my H. Now my N goes up here, and it goes all the way down here, and then up here. And my Z goes all the way down here and down here. And now we got Union 73 Nibiru, in which creates Bar Mitzvah 31. 3 times, 7 times 3 equals 21, the cube. 7 plus 3 equals 10. The total equals 31 and 11. You minus the 10. So you have 31 and 11. There is another way to create 11, okay, through number 23, okay, which equals to 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 6, equals 5, equals 11. If you multiply it, 6 times 5, 6 plus 5, plus 30 equals to 41. So 23, 2 and 3, 5 will create the 5 and 6, which will come back to create the 4 and 1, 5. 55, freedom 55, 41 from the sun, okay, from the beta creation. Beta creation, alpha is in beta, bringing the spirit, bringing a life into the game. God gives up one world, let's say 202, and then he gives that you come in with your chip 212, and you put the 1 inside the 0 over here. You together get 8 plus 1 in the center, and that is your game, and you have now these voided spaces. So everything is going to get a number. I'm not really sure what number it's going to get. I'm not sure from what game I'm going to get these numbers. Alien, they have something on us. So this one over here, where did my, oh yes, so this is where one of my 11s came in, but there's other numbers because number 23, I said 2 and 3, do you remember, is also the same as 3 and 5, is also the same as 7 and 2. These two numbers here will recreate 23. 3 times 5 equals 15. 3 plus 5 equals 8, equals 23. 7 times 2 equals 14, plus 9. 7 and 2, 9 equals 23. This one is plus 0.7, and this one is plus 0, 5. 8 minus 15 is 7. 9 minus 14 is 5. These two together will talk about our moon is the passage of the student from the red sun. 72 red. It's also brown. It's also 100. 100 brown is equal to 10 times 10. How do you create your numbers is telling you as part of the story. So we did that. We did Union Jack. We didn't talk about the picture cards. I think I was talking about the dice. Oh, I was talking about MJ, right? So I designed this for MJ, right? Remember, if we had a reflective, how can I call this? How did I do that before? Was it that? I'm looking for. Wow. Okay, here it is. I don't like to make mistakes. This thing is not working good. Yeah, you're my eyes. You're my eyes. Wow. Uh-oh, hold on a second. It's not in the front. It's broken. I need. Who wants to go to the store and break your thinking up, eh? Okay, come on. Work for me, baby. Is it the women say that also? You know, work for me, baby. Is that the same slang man and woman usually use that one? So over here is number 8. Over here at the point is 11. Over here is 10. And over here is 13. Over here is 8. And obviously over here is 10. And over here is 13. But I think this has to be made larger. Okay. The reason for that is this is the 1, 2, 3 area. In my third area, I'm not using my third area. I'm repeating it with my first area. So my first area is both right and left of the center area. 8 and 1, 9. 8 and 4, 3. So we have 3 and 9. We don't have any 6. So where would the 6 be if we have 3 and 9? Here we have 9. Here we have 3. So then all of a sudden, we have to come over here just by logistics and knowing that the separation between this is a 6 and this one is a 6. Why? 3, 6, 9. Here was a 3. Here's a 6. And, 9, 6, 3. 8 and 1. So where would it be? Where would we play that? Would we play it? Where would we play it? Would we play it here and then play the other one over here? Because we're bringing it in between, halfway. We've moved here, we moved here. So if we moved in here a certain percentage and we moved in here a certain percentage, okay, then that percentage and that percentage has to be the same as this percentage and that percentage. And one is one angle, one is the other angle. I don't know if they're crisscrossing each other. I don't know if it's light. I don't know if it's going through passage to the other side. I don't know if this is a pull over here and a pull over here. I don't know if this is an army strike or the front of a railroad train, choo-choo coming down the tracks. Yeah, I'm cleaning the snow. You know, I can put a few more of these, but the paper tells me not to. You see deep on the paper, how can I show you? There's no lines. I have to follow these lines. These are the order. You have 180 degrees, you have 90 degrees, you have 45 degrees. That's all you're allowed to do. And you follow the instructions of the paper in front of you. They are the rulers. They tell you everything. Without them, I couldn't do anything I'm doing today. So we have this from the roulette wheel. The real way I wanted to show you, okay, is because what happens with this scenario over here, okay, whoop, is, let me see if I can show you. Let me see. Okay, here, no, here, right, 1, 2, 3. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You don't see it on this one. I'm just trying to see if I can stretch my camera out to the other one. So I'm just going to do it on here. All the red are the red numbers. Okay. What I did is I went 1, 2, 3, and then I went 3, 2, 1. So if I was going to show you that scenario, I would be starting here, okay, all the way down to here, and I would be going all the way to this side. You see the way it's open to the left? Here it's open to the right. I'm bringing these two together. Now what I would do is I would continue from this one over here. Okay, I would continue from this one over here. I'd have to go all the way back to this one over here to see the same one. But when this one over here confronts this one over here, do you follow what I'm saying? When it confronts, it creates this two eyes and a happy face. And the happy face and the two eyes happen to be 2, 6, 8. Here's my 8. Here's my 8 and my 8 and 11. And then over here, okay, is my, here, wait a second. If this is my 8, 8, 9, oh, it's the opposite here. 8, 9, yeah, 10 and 13 right over here. 10 and 13 right over here. That's MJ, the 10th letter and the 13th letter. And we have more to the 10th letter and the 13th letter because we don't want to stop there. The 10th letter is J and the 13th letter is M. Ooh. J'aime. I love McDonald's. Yes, j'aime. The J is accumulated and created by A, B, C, D equals to 10. For those who have never seen this before, the A is 1 and the B is 2 and the C is in the 3rd position and the D is in the 4th position. They are not numbers, but they are positions. Okay. In the English language, there are other languages where A, B, C, D remains, but in Greek it is not A, B, C, D, and in Hebrew is not A, B, C, D, but A, B in Hebrew and A, B in many languages. So we're going to stick to the primary where A and B come together. What is the next letter? In what religion or whatever it is, what language it is, where is that position of that letter? And we interchange to see the difference. We see how this ties up in a cobweb. Let's see the story it tells us. Just a whole bunch of words in different situations, nouns and person, places, things, all kinds of stuff, verbs and adverbs, they all come in. They start to tell you a whole story. In fact, they start to talk with each other. I just threw all the numbers and letters in a bowl, and oh my God, you have to see what popped up. Yep, Papa Mars. Papa Mars came to town. I'm a jumbo. Anyways. Mars is a medium, by the way. Okay. Man is a jumbo. A, B, C, D. Man is a jumbo. Okay. So anyways, let's not fool around anymore. So this is your position. Now, when we get A, B, C, D, if we're using gematria, okay, the reverse of A, B, C, D, okay, I don't want to go E, F, okay. I want to leave that out. I want to go to G, H, I, J, K, L, M. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what I want to do. So when you see 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to show you the opposite of 7, 6, 5, 4. So now I'm going to go the opposite of this is the opposite of A is G. So we're going to go G, H, I, J, G, H, I, J. So that would get you the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. Is that the way it would go? I want to see if I get this right. So the reverse of A is G. Okay. The reverse of B is H. Okay. The reverse of C is I. Okay. And the reverse of J. Okay. The reverse of J is D. So now we got A, JD Clampett. JD Clampett, Beverly Hills. Oh, God. How smart was he and Jethro Bodine? Oh, doggy, you know. They were always playing with those triple X spirits, right? You remember the Clampetts, right? Beverly Hills, all the things that went on, all psychologicals, everything to mix you up or everything to give you the story of truth. But all we took it as was it's just TV. It's only TV. But if they don't share the truth, then the stream, the river would get back up and the information would take longer to get. And the longer it takes to get and to share the information, the longer it will be before they can instow the plan A instow plan B or plan C into effect, because plan A was to bring us here. Plan A was to say, hey, who wants to come to this A&E world? Who wants to come to this A&E world? World woman. Who wants to look good? Who wants to drive a nice car? Eh? Who wants to go out and party? Who wants to sit there and vibrate and just create? Well, in nature, you are creating, and those who are the Buddhists and those who are for whatever spiritual thing that has to do with the earth, the Indians for the animals. I only want to see those. I don't want to see anything else to a book that I have to pray that the animal didn't tell me something else. I need to follow the trees and the animals to start with. So they gave us stuff. And all of a sudden, the greed. Somebody wanted money. The other one wanted beauty. The other one didn't care about this or that. So we each fall into a different category of mania, a bipolarity, Union Jack bipolarity. From what I do today may affect me in the future, mentally and physically. For how I may act today might be a memory in the past, but cause havoc or greatness into my future should I continue on that path, unless you are to be made wrong. And they didn't ring your bell so well, did they? Because ring and wrong, they go together. But don't worry. You might have to work. You screw up once, you have to work twice as hard to be correct. Correct? If you desire and you want, then and that is your main purpose in life, and not to learn about life, because by learning and being a little bit selfish and learning about what needs to be known in order to share that with those you love. Because if you love those people, you cannot give to them everything, because that of the material world is gone the next day. Not when you leave the world, I leave all my belongings to you. It's gone the next day. Once the lust or the trust goes away, that can be today. So it's the next day if you don't do right now. And that's why they say righteous for the right stuff. You don't have to believe me. But if you take the averages, and I don't care about the 20 or 30 or 35% that it's different, or even 40%, but if there's 60%, there's got to be a communication problem, because there's definitely a communication problem in the rest of the 40%. But they're able to either discuss it out, or let's not get too deep into that. Makes no difference. We were talking some numbers. So this is where J and M comes in for Michael Jackson. And when he came in, okay, Jesus of Mary, so that would total number 23 and 03 for a minus. This would be my 5 and 6 student child creation of the 365 and a quarter. That's right. Quarter for the Earth time, my friends. Earth needs a little bit more time. And it's the quarter of that because, is it because of the moon cycle? Okay, no, it's not because of the moon cycle. If it was because of the moon cycle, there'd be 364 days. Is it because of the wobble? Do you really know what day it is other than somebody telling you they created a certain point of time this day? Just like today, where I am living, they have made it daylight something time, daylight saving time, or anyways, no difference. The 25 is a numeric value for the Q of Earth, for the elixir is what I'm presuming for the elixir. I'm just trying to figure out what this. For the elixir. You know, when you start off Q, right? Have you ever made a circle in your life? Just start off Q, right? Take a look. Take a look. Do you make a perfect circle for Q? How do you make your circle for Q? You go like that, and then you go like that. Well, no matter what you do, you have a beginning and you have an end. And unless you're stamping that, and then the situation and the verb is going to change, and so is that noun, and where you are and what you have to do to create that stamp or your fingerprint. This is the way the Q is. The only thing that's a whole O is this. You have to start and you have to end, unless you just do that for Q. You do that for Q, and the minute you take away your finger, you drag it, and you have created a Q with your fingerprint. And you created a beginning and an end. You almost created like the sperm, like he's got a tail in there. In fact, this one's got two tails. Yep. So we get to Michael Jackson, and he creates these numbers. And this is right over here. Take a look at this. I'm going to redo this right over here. I'm not going to leave any spaces, all right? I don't want to leave any spaces. Just going to make it nice and square. Bring your cat to the pound key. We've got a closed house. So what you have is 365, okay, 0.47 days. 365.47 and not 25. We're missing 0.22. We're missing 0.22. Why? Because this number here is 365. Sorry, I may put it in the wrong spot. I'm going to make sure you don't see that I'm cheating, that I'm not cheating. And it goes like this. This 364.7. 365.47. 0.47 is in the one position, because one, I believe, is a separator that separates this side from that side. And the only way to do that, okay, with each having its own, is to create, I believe. You see that? See the way it's nice and whole? Well, I split it in half, and guess what? It now becomes from a square to a rectangle. Number one divides. Okay, and then we're going to call it the Star of David. Divide. Divide 6. Divide 6 up. Are we dividing 3 and 3 is 6 up? Or are we dividing 6 up? And how are we dividing 6 up? I thought it was 7 up. So if I divide 6 up, okay, and I'm not going to do 1, 2, 3, and then divide it here and go 1, 2, 3 over here, get the ace on the other side to create the only 7th gate. The way I'm going to divide 6 up is 9 plus 6 equals to 15. 8 plus 7 equals to 15. And that's it. The only way to create 1 plus 5 equals 6 again, 6 up, is by these two over here. And what will this do mathematically? And where else is it being found in the English coded alphabet? And I just want to go back and finish with this area over here. So A gets G, 2 gets H, 3 gets I, and J gets 4. Although they're not complete opposites, because the real opposites, right, is A, B, C, D, E, F, 8, they're both valued at 1. They're both valued at 2. They're both valued at 3. They're both valued at 4. DJ, valued at 44. E and I, valued at 55. E-I-O. So now when the mathematics come in and you create number 5, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, equaling to 3, equaling to 2. Well, I mixed it up. Equaling to 5. This 3 times 2 equals to 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 plus 5, 11, equals to 4 and 1, 5. So we create our 23 and our 41, whichever way it comes out. This is a total of 5, but this is the total. Yeah, here's our total of 5. 3 and 2 is 5. Then I create the rest of the equation. It can be the total equation telling me one thing, or it could be something else. 365.47, 22, the 22nd letter is VE, because it's the E world of life. It is the numeric value of coming through the sun. This is the reverse. It is number 5. Number 5 is the reverse to V. And the other number 5, that's right, the 23rd letter W, okay, is reversed to the 04D letter. So now we have DE, which comes together as the difference. 4 and 5 comes to, is that right? D, the V, and the other number 5, the V is, hold on, the E, right. The E, okay, is the 23rd letter and the 5th letter. As the 5th letter, it's reversed as V. 22. As number 5, as the 23rd letter, okay, 2 and 3, 5, number 4 is the reverse. Now, as the 14th letter, the letter N, we have the 13th letter, the M is the reverse. So the reverse here is of the 4, the reverse of 5 is of the 4, the reverse of 5 is of the 4, 4 and 5 is a passage in the sun through the beta creation of the delta angle in life in the E world. 22, 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals 44. And the mathematics are going to tell us about phi and how phi, pH, and I come together. Right? It's just another step. It's pH and I. 22 is lost. Is 22 lost? Is that lost to us? Is that lost to our usage? Imagine we use up the power of the year by 22. How would that work? 360 divided by 22 equals to 16,363,636, 73636. 364 divided by 22, 165, and I got to do all these calculations with the number 22. And how about the division of the 7th gate, the cube? So I'll do that equation. How about the division of the 7th gate by 22 divided by 7 equals 3.1458271. So if you want to know where pi is, this is the true pi, because it is 365.25 days a year, unless time is slipping into the future and we don't notice. Is there any way for us to lose time and not know that we lost a day, or to know that we lost a day? Could they put the whole planet to sleep for 24 hours? I don't know. I don't know if that, but I just don't want to get into that magic right now. I just want to use the 365.25 because that's the pattern we've been living. And in fact, let's leave it this way. You take out your car, you put a tire on it. You drive 100,000 miles. You never change your tires. Did all 4 tires drive 100,000 miles? Or did each tire drive 100,000 miles? You went 400,000 miles with your tires. But your car only went 100,000 miles. And you only went 100,000 miles. But your 4 tires together went 400,000 miles. Wow. Awesome to know the difference. Okay, let's look up Jeremiah. Hey, I just got a new number and the code shows up on it. So funny. Everyone has their own code. 8 up eternity, 1984. For Pluto, come in the door of 5. That's right. We just talked about 44, and now you bring it up. Let me show you. Let me show you. 8 times 4 equals 32. 8 plus 4 equals 12. Plus 30, plus 12 equals 44. Minus 32 equals 20. So now I can do other things with this, but I'm not. But what I will tell you is 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals also 44. I don't care which way you get it. Imagine you walked, you got in a bus, you rolled, someone pushed you, they put you on your back, you went to sleep. Your mind is all I need to connect. The body grows into this world, and you enter into your body and you use whatever it is, because I don't know the terminology, but I'm going to call it, you're going to use the conscience, and the conscience is going to be in the cloud, and the cloud is going to go up and it's going to say reboot, and then you're going to call Enzo, and then you're going to call Frisket, and you're going to call all these things we ever watched on TV as part of the story that's telling us the story of truth. But it all depends how you use it and where you put it in the projects of your life. Project and projects and projection. Projects is a housing district, and every housing district says, oh, in this district it's like this, and this, everything's got a scenario to it. So however you put the logistics into your everyday life to make yourself happy is your project. So I just want to go back and use the this one creates G creates 71. It's AG. And then it's BH, beta heaven or time heaven. BH is the same thing as saying TH. Same thing. Both number 2. Okay. Number 2 on the first level, it's 02, it's 62, it's the queen. Remember, there's things that are on this side, there's things that are on this side because of the division or the opposites in the numbers. Okay, and then they're over each other because of how number 5 comes to be, 2 and 3 and 1 and 4, 4 and 1, 3 and 2. How 5 comes to be, tell me they're over each other. 55 creates 1 and 7, right? 5 times 5 equals 25. 5 plus 5 equals 10. The total equals to 35. 3 and 5 equals to 8. 1 and 7 equals to 8. And the reverse of this is going to be, what's the reverse of this? 42. That's right. The reverse of that is 42. What do we got here? We got 35. We got 35. So you got 35. So you pick them up. No magic tricks. And you got, oh my God, 42. Got 42. It's like magic. And look on the other side of both of them. They don't come with the hole, but if you look through the dice, they got the hole on the other side. Ah, the ace. You remember what I said with the ace is? The ace is like that. It's like a tav. It's a put someone here and put someone here, and either I'm the core of the passage or I'm the connector of two sides. I'm joining the cities. I'm a bridge. And I play from the 5 position, and you're below and you're above. And I'm over here. I'm the 5 position. I know, tells me right over here, 5 position. I know because it also tells me over here, the 5 position. Wait a second. Where's my phone? I don't have my phone, but that's the 5 position. A plays from the E world. E world of I. Plays E world of I. A, E, and I. So forget about the A because the A is in the E and all of E is in the I. In fact, the I is not really an I without the E. What happens is we're going to take a card. I'm just hoping that and we're going to go, and I'm just doing it just like that. So you see what happens is D walks in, and then A enters D. Now, this is not really a D, Okay, this is something different, but I'm going to explain it this way, and I'm going to explain to you something else. Now watch carefully. This is the card. It's not a dice cube. So how can we actually give the same numbers? Well, we're not going to give it the same numbers. We're going to do something different. Because 1 cuts everything in half, and because the ace is located over here in this position, okay, this is cutting everything in half. It's not whole, it's 4 parts of something. Well, not somebody. Okay, so we had to split that in half. So how can it be an A if A is in between 2 areas? Now, the thing is, when we come into this game, I have to question myself now, because this is actually what the 6 card would look like without this. Okay, the actual card would be somewhere over here. That would be your. So this is almost a replica, right? But in the game, in the 9, I'm going to just show you what I'm doing. Okay. So in the 9 card, this is what happens. You have 1, you have 2, okay, you have 3, you have 4, okay, you have 4, and then you have 5, and then you have 6, okay, and then you got 7, and then you got 8, okay. This is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. I would have to redo this again, showing you a little bit different. Hold on a second. Let me show you this a little bit different. I think I'm going to get it now. Hold on a second. Can't rush it. I don't know. I don't know at which height. I never measured it. I never looked at it. I don't know the figures. So this is 1 card. Now I'm asking myself a question, okay? Just like a plug-in, can one plug or can one card or can one half of the card hold on to the center where it's like a right? And then the other card would be like the plug-in card. And then because it's done like this, right? This one is supposed to actually be, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but anyways, it's done. The other one instead of would be not here. See, I couldn't even do it here, right? I'd have to make this even larger. This is not the right size because the other one, you see, this is in the middle. That means this one can start in the middle, and it doesn't. It starts down here. That means this center is no good. This center is no good, so I cannot make it this way, the card. I must do it some way different. Let me do it, let me do it this way. I got 1 here. I got 2 here. No, we can't do it that way. Hold on a second. We're going to do this together. Stay and watch if we can figure it out. Now, first we're going to go, yes, in the cube, okay, I question myself. And I say, how does 4 come together? Is this the way it comes together? It's 2. And when 1 enters, right? When 1 enters, okay, 1 enters like this. This is how 1 enters, like that. It controls that. That's 1 entering. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Starts at 3. I know because it told me right here, 1 entered into 3. Right here, right there, into 2, created 3. That's your 3. That's your 1 and your 2. Now, when you get your 4 is an explanatory number because this is where you get 3 and 2, 4. But how do you get 4 and 1, right? How did you get 4 and 1? Because when it's 4 and 1, they're fully connected. Here's your 3. So my question is did 1 have to enter 2, and is 2 a pair? right? Is 2 a pair? Right? Is 2 a pair? Or is that 2? And then you see that 2, the way the crown shows up, right? Creating this image, we had no choice, but it looks like the spade. But now we found the pentagram inside of it. In fact, there's 2 of them, and it looks like number 8. So my question is, how did 1 enter into the house? Well, we're going to leave that aside, and we're going to go back to where we start when we flipped over gematria for the opposites. Now, I should have just finished with this before. How did this all start? We started by the 365.47, which is the numbers on your calculator, the 365 days a year, 0.25. When the moon is 364 days, and we have to take off 365, 0.47, in which was 0.25, which equals to 1.47. 147. But we're working with 125. That's the memory of Earth and Mars. See, it was 365.25. Take away 364, even. Okay, it leaves you with 0.25. That's the numeric value for the Q on Earth. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2, equals to 17. And that is QJ, Jack, Queen. The passage and the hookup of the Jack, whichever way you want to look at it. So that's one thing. There's just so many things to go over. We were talking about the reverse in gematria. And when I reversed the A, I went to G. When I reversed the upgrade, right? I'm not sure if it's the full reverse, because the full reverse is the way I put it here. But I did the A, right, to G, and then I put the B to H, and then I put the C to I. That's the way I did the reverse. I wasn't doing the opposites. And I probably should do the opposites, because these were the opposites. And each one of these will equal to number 14 when you add it. And the around this cube, the top and the bottom of the cube are going to say 7, or I'll say it for it, 4 and 3, 7. And then I'll turn the dice this way, and 1, 5, 2, and 6. 8, 13, 14. They're always 14. Always 14. 7 and 14, 21, just like the solstice. Right, Arnold? So this is your 14. The other way, I was moving forward, like in a rotation, like if I was moving a stick, like that. The other way comes out to first A, and then 7th G, and then 2 and 8, and then 3 and 9. I don't know what gave me this. Anyways, the total here, okay, is 8 and 9, 17 and 17. The total equals to 34, when the total here equals to 10. So where's the missing part? 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 equals to 24 and 10, 34, which represents 7 and number 1, 6 and 1, 1 and 6. Okay, now there's other things. I just want to add on to the piece here. What is missing from here, okay, is the 1, the 2, the 8, and the 9. I forgot to explain that this is a math equation and reverts to the letters IR. This reverts into the cycle of creation, 28 and 11. Representing Einstein, Saturn, 1776, etc., etc. These two come together, create 32. These come together, create 1727. Creation of the gateway to the red sun, of the beta creation. So this over here is 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. I'm not sure if I should use the 5. On this side, it creates a 7. On this side, it creates a 13. On this side, it creates a 6. Then it creates a 14. So there's a little story going on, or that you can create in here. We talked about 1 dividing and finding size. We didn't talk about I'm getting a little tired. I'm going to take a 5-minute break here or something, but I want to talk about this. I don't remember if I missed anything in here. The 365 days a year and 1, 2, 8, 9. The 2, 8, 9 are the only 3 cards in the deck that we need, because there is no other like it. There is no other 2. There is no other 8. There is no other 9. Do you agree or do you disagree? Do you know what I'm talking about? Here is the 8, the 6, the 6, the 7, and the 8. The only difference is the ones in the middle, but the 8 can eat the 7. Unless it took 2 7s overlapping each other, looking like the 8. And nothing is more than 7. Because alpha beta is everywhere. And if you want to take control, you only can have 7. You cannot have the 8 and 9, because we are of who the 9 birth is in the 8 heaven. You only can open up a gateway to create 6 in the E world of the delta angle. 21. So we are going to eliminate these 2 cards. 13, we eliminate man 13. 42, we eliminate the freedom 55. Then we go ahead and we take number 9, because there is no other card like number 9. There is no card like number 10, but 10 starts the whole game over. From the B world, you got 2 sides identical, and inside the center, see the straight line here and the straight line here and the 2 points. This is your Magen David. This is your Star of David. We found it. There is no other like the 9. The 9 swallows the 5. The 8 swallows the 6 and 7. The 9 swallows the 5. The 8 swallows the 6 and 7. So we have 8 and 9. And what happens with the 3? Why we take the 2 over the 3? And the 4, right? The 9 swallows 5 and 4, right? Just trying to find. Here's the 2. See, the 2 doesn't have an ace inside of it. Here, the ace came inside of it, but now the ace is playing from a higher card. It's playing inside the 9. We don't need the 3 because we have the 2 and we need the 9. So we have the 2 card, not the 3, not the 3 card. Okay. We almost have like a 3 card inside the 8 card, but nobody knows. So all we have is the 2, 8, 9 card. So the, oh yes, and the ace goes in here. 6, 7 goes here. So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10, I never really recollect anything from it. I'm not sure what to do with it. If I look at the 10 card and I compare it to the 8 card, I know they have the 4 corners that are together. Where this goes, it doesn't seem like they're in the same position. Even when you see, because over here I got 3 upside down, and over here I got 5 upside down. Okay, and now over here I got 5 up, and here I got 5 up. But these are closer than those, and these are in the middle, and these are not. The middle is void. So there's a whole difference that we have to understand with this. There's a reason for this. I like to fold these, fold all of these, and it'll just do that. It's like almost an obligation. So there's a little piece I didn't do. There's a little piece I didn't do. I want to get a glass of water. I want to put away my cards. I also didn't do Arnold's stuff yet. Anything make any sense while I'm gone for the 1 minute? Please tell me if you understood anything, if anything made any sense. Am I off my wheelie or something? Or are we right now, we're just matching and putting things together? Nature's way, the way we were branded. Whoop. Couple of minutes.
I can see clearly now. Okay, I'm sort of back. Should we continue with this? I mean, I have a couple other things, but if I don't save anything, things just keep popping up. I need to learn about the planets. I need to know about the qualities: cardinal, fixed, muted, fire, earth, air, water, element, winter, autumn, summer, spring. So I'm not sure if this is the reason, but we have the seasons, which says it's SEA, which is the spirit of the arts and entertainment. Because although the E is not alone, it's 4 and 1 or 3 and 2, but it's not only 4 and 1 and 3 and 2. Is that what you think 5 is? Oh no, there's a whole family of 5s. I want you to meet the family of 5s. Here's the family of 5s. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I invite you to know one of the first in the family of 5 is 6 and 9. Those are the 2 in the family of 5. Equals to 14. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. 1 plus 4 equals 5. I want to welcome you again in the next family of 5. No, nobody caught the error. Okay. I don't know why I did that. That's a big error. Big error. Okay. Big error, but it's not an error because I have another thing I'm going to add with this. Okay, equals to 6. 15. The 15th letter is O. O. Okay, what's the temperature? O. Okay. So actually we have 6 and 8 equals to 14. We have also 48 if you want the multiplier. This is the diamond. Maybe that's what's on top of the I, because you're telling us, you're adding us in. You're putting us on the cross. Maybe that's the reason for it. And the letter N is the same thing. You're putting us on the cross. The addition puts you on the cross. And the multiplication, you're carrying the cross. You put the 2 together, you create a star system. You need a system
And you can't go from here to there with going somewhere else, because otherwise you're just here. You're a system in a system. Otherwise, you've broken loose. So anyways, here's your 14. Here's your 7 and 7 equals 14 and 49. See that? See what happens with that? This is your gateway. How do you get 49? Jesus Christ gives you that answer. 2 times 7 and 7 times 7 equals to 54, equals to the sun. And the 4 also equals to the 9. When you start playing with these, there's more numbers that come out of it. We're not going to get into that. So we have 6 and 8, 14, 7 and 7 and 14. We have 9 and 5 equals to 14. So the problem with the 9 and 5 equaling to 14, whoops, sorry, did we miss part of that? Did you miss part of that? The problem with 9 and 5 equaling to 14 is that in birth, the 9 months, okay, that you equal to the same numeric value that we are looking for. 1 and 4, 5, through the sun. How did you come through the sun? I was born. I was born through the cat. Communication angle of transmission in the house, in the pound key, in the star system. Why? Not because you tell me so, because my telephone had to tell me the truth, because you don't get anything but the truth. And if you don't get the truth, you can't continue on with the system. The system will stall. And the truth is right here. You need to use these elements. And this right here, the 0, all not the z. Can you use the 0 that goes all around? Are you going to use the 0 that accompanies these two or these two because of the height of the 0? Are you just going to use the empty space here void and the empty space here void that they own and they own to run it through 258? Should I be turning this on an angle? It just gives you the hypothesis, the ability to think with a clue of what happens to this. Here it gives you the pentagram, the same pentagram that we came up over here. So this is your 5 and 9, and it also creates 45. Your birth, your DNA in the sun, through Christ again, through the sun, through your DNA. Female creation, creation of 36, 4 by 9, creation through Pluto, creation of Mars, creation reverse Saturn and Mercury, creation through Pluto again, and all three of them the same thing. 1 and 4, 1 and 4, and 1 and 4. So this combination, telling a story with each other, 42 and 42 and 42. 7 and 7 equals to 65 and 65. Wow, 6 and 8 equals to 52 and 49, and so on and so forth. So here you have, when you add them together, you end up with the 9 lives of the cat. You end up with the planet house. You end up with Pluto when you add them together, because this mathematically will create this, and it'll create 2 14s when you add them. It'll create area space and area space. You add them together, it equals to 88, and that's your purple Pegasus. And with your purple, there is a violet, and the horses of dreams and rainbows has a little bit of sort of pink inside of it, and it stems from the purple, which it's because 88 represents it. And when you play the singular game of pool, right? But if you play a tournament, we have more pool tables going at the same time. We have 2 per pool table going on. 88, you break. 88 break. Whoop. 88 break. Now, which is it, break the ball or break it up, or is it break time? So 88, you have the division of the Y. The Y is dividing us. Silver Spirit Mercedes Matrix. The Y divides us. This is that, this inside this How can I do it? Where's the center of that? Is that over here? Should I be doing that better? Is that how you do the Mercedes sign? Anyways, so this is what happens in here and who swallows what. There's only 289 left in the card. The 613 laws of Moses, running of the Spirit, 9, 8, and 2. These two are black, giving me the cycle. These two are black. They play and they connect with Michael Jackson in the roulette. 28 and 29 are next to each other, right? 28 is in the center. 29 is in the center, and 28 is on the left. It's also a value of 1. 9 times 8 is where you're born into the high sky of 144, 1,440 minutes in a day. 54 through the sun. 4418 is a resident angel through Venus, accompanied by Jupiter, 99. 9 by 9, 81. 9 plus 9, 18, 99. Creates 89. And 80 and 90, the French say 4 times 20 equals 80. But when they want to get 90, they go 4 times 20 plus 10. That's what they're doing. 90. They don't really say plus 10. They go 4, 20, 10. 80. Right, 4, 20. 4, 20. Tre also means 3. But anyways, the true end of the cycle, I don't know when it was. No. So that's this little game here. I don't remember what we were getting to, but the other side of 14 or the other side of 5 is with 2 dice. And with 2 dice, we can come back and recreate 5. And we already know that the only way to do 5 is either with a 2-3. If you're doing it with a 2-3, your reverse is going to be a 4-5. That means you're doing it through the sun. BC creation is through the sun. And then if you're going to create a 5 with a 4-1, okay, you're going to end up doing 6-3. The woman is going to take over. 6 by 6, 36. 6 and 3 void. See this one over here? The 1 shows division. The 5 area, where that point in the 5 area is, it shows division, addition. When 66 are on top of each other, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. Sorry. 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6. 1 times 2 times 3, 6. When you take 2 of these and you somehow put them on top of each other, anyways, creating 66, when you're putting them on top of each other, you're creating, sorry, you're not creating that. You're creating that, and you're creating, sorry, I got to do an extra one. You're creating that, and you're creating that and that. That's what you're creating. You're creating that. Because you have an area here, an area here, an area here, area here, area here, area here. I shouldn't be marking these. There's not a straight line through it, so there's nothing to connect. So I'm going to use it as a minus sign from this side. So you have to use either this side or that side. So anyways, the opposite side of here makes everything connect. So anyways, I don't know what brought this up. Oh, yes, what brought it up is when I say 6 and 6 is 12. Okay, it's wrong. 6 and 6 equals to 8 and 1 void. So 6 and 6 equals to 8 with 1 void. It's the same thing as the 1 void. Sorry, the 1 dot to the 8 void. So this is telling you the reverse. 6 plus 6 over each other as the multiple 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6. 1 times 2 times 3 equals to 6. That 6 over 6 is the reverse of your 1 dot 8 void. Because that's what you fabricate when you put the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 dots, and then you put the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 dots. You actually get 2 dots in all the corners, and all of these get 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. The same thing with the colors of Rubik's Cube. Same thing happens with the colors of Rubik's Cube. The center of Rubik's Cube okay, gets 2, 2, 2, 2, and then the center one gets 1, 1, 1, 1, one color. You know, the center of every, sorry, the center of every face of Rubik's Cube, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. Sorry, this one is the same cube. This one cube is a singular cube, same singular cube, cube with two colors, cube with one color. This is Rubik's Cube. And that's the female. The female, it seems like it's 2, 4, 6, 8. And the is that possible? And the male would be 1, 3, 7, 9, 20, 20. And the 5 is bi. But the 1 is also bi. The 5 is bi, and the 1 is also bi. One of the reasons is the 1 plays from the 5 position, and the 1 changes colors. It becomes black and red in roulette. Has you ever played roulette? The I'm running out of paper. I'm writing down too much. I'm going to forget. The 1 and 19, okay, are red numbers. The 28 and 10, sorry, are black numbers. The church. I'm not sure if it's the Church of the Rising Sun or the Church of the God Spirit, but anyways, if you add 1 through 19, it equals to 190. You add the plus 20, it equals to 210. 210, yeah. The moon. The moon and the cube come together because all zeros equal 6. Can't use 5. 5 is in the center. Once you got the center, you got the other side. Once you have the center, right? I'm not sure if the center is like this, okay? But once you have this center has the other side automatically. It's either sticking in the wall or it's sticking out of the wall. Which side is it? We lock them together. So this becomes the cycle of A, B, C, D. Michael Jackson actually goes, the Jackson 5, it's A, B, C, and then it's Jackson 5. And one of the reasons for that is because your ABC is 10 for the letter J in Jack, and the word Jack is 25. The word sun, okay, S-O-N, equals to 48, and that's sun, and this is the heart of Earth. With it also will recreate that if you want to hide the reality, it would be the secret. And you already know that it's not an O because of the beginning and end. When I write this Q, I started here, and I'm going to finish here, so you know I started here. You know there was an opening and a closing. Turn C inside C, and you can close C up to 0, right? C and C. So this is your ABC Michael Jackson, and that creates your 10, okay? Jackson is 25, so I'm going to take 10 away from the 25. Because 1, 2, 3, 4 is inside J. So I'm just going to use the 11, 14. I'm just going to use the 15 and 10. Oh, my God. J-O-Y. So it says joy, Lovejoy, Planet Lenin and Lovejoy. I don't know what it's talking about. And the reason I'm doing this, okay, is because of what? The total value of Jack is 25. The letter J is a value of 10, which is the reverse alphabet of the Q17. Jack in itself is number 25. 25, 2 times 5, 2 plus 5, equals to 10, equals to 07, equals to 17. So Jack, in its word, letter combination, will create Q. In the deck of cards, it creates the queen. Unless you're speaking French, it creates the D, or the dame. The dame is what they call it. So you're creating 4 and 17 to create what? 21. Stand on 17 because we've already created the delta angle to 21. 17 and 04. A, B, C, and D. And D collaborates with C. A, B equals C and D. So C and D collaborate through the 7th gate. We do not need A and B. They are partaking inside C. C and D. Does that make sense to you? A plus B, 1 plus 2 equals 3C. So I don't need these anymore. But if I total them out, it is 10. So it's 10 and 7, which creates this mathematic of Jack coming together, DC, which equals to 17, which is the reverse, again, is the letter 10, J. J equals to A, B, C, D equals to 10 and 24, which creates 1 plus 0 equals 1, 2 plus 4 equals 6, 1 and 6, and they are working as 1. 1 in the 5 position on the 6 dice. The values, there's values. I'm not going to get into the values right now. So this is why, and to find another association, the French. The French pronounce the J as a G, and they pronounce the G as a J. What the French do, what the Spanish do, what we do and what we don't do. As long as we know everything and everything is tested, then you will know the difference, and that difference will bring you to your truth and understanding, to your belief. And until that's belief, unless it's sold to you, hold on, brought to you by this commercial message. Do I need to hear the commercial message? If I really need something, I'll go out and get it. All these commercials, but we don't want to, let's not wait. The trend is coming. The trend is coming. Oh my God, if you're not in with the trend, oh, look at him, look at her. So it's just like, oh yes, I'm going to answer your question. Always the person in the back of the room, because you can't see their hand not go up. You're in the front of the room, it's always the one in the back of the room. And then somebody says, oh, somebody put up their hand. Oh, I want to be next. Oh, I want to be next. And all of a sudden, ooh, 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 ooh. Monkeys. What are monkeys? And what just happened? Because of the sound that I made, I become a monkey and excited for the banana, the boomerang effect. From me saying something to the back of the room and everybody excited, bringing their polarity in of who they are, of the element of the mental, their mental constitution. Polarity floats. Polarity floats and it shrinks, it sinks. So that's the effect that's going on in all of us right now. And until you can pick up that proper vibration, get into that right tune, that right mode, it is very difficult to pick up on certain things. That's why when we get into these, what we call projects, something we want to do, don't bother me, I'm busy, people don't understand where you're at. And what is the importance of the project? First of all, it has a great importance for yourself. And if you're sharing with the world, maybe by chance, it's important to somebody else too. So why just write it down? Why not do a video and share it? Oh my God, who has the time to watch 6 billion videos online? Somehow you find a small group. You call it the groups of the round tables. And then all the round tables come together and nobody says anything. But the thought comes in the 5 position. That one element of thought that everybody around the thought is thinking and trying to figure out what truth is in that thought. And that is Mars. Always coming back to Mars, the student of Mars, the orphan children coming into this world only believing because we know what's in front of us, of what we've seen, what we were taught, what we believe because of. What is the word because of? What are these nouns and adjectives? What are they? What are the verbs? What are the real meanings of these verbs? Why do we use them? What is the other story that they're trying to tell us, or the story we don't understand because of them? What if we used a different adjective? Okay, let me go back and read some of the comments, and we are going to say, I am very sorry that even though I have not spoken about mixing colors and pool or bowling and the score, and it's not just one baseball game, it's a series of games, and it's not just the finals. We have to have the quarterfinals or the preliminaries before anything starts, or the warm-up or the warm-up pitch. Who's coming out onto the field? Watch out. It's in the infield diamond. So you notice that the diamond is on the infield. In what is made to be out the baseball field, that is made into just one corner. But is the baseball diamond, where is the diamond? Is it in the infield? So if the diamond was in the infield in the baseball, okay, if the diamond was in the infield in the baseball, okay, and we ran the first, and here was home plate over here, right? I'm a little offset. What's happening? I'm not very good at this, you know. So I just did that, you know. There you go. There you go. So is this the outfield, or does the outfield? There you go. That was so much easier. So it's a full extension. And then the infield, right, ends just about here. See, that leg is not long enough. That leg should have been longer, up to here, right? The leg should be up to here. And then this is the outer fence. Doesn't it look like the letter A is the diamond on the infield? And this is where the batter's box is. But what happens if you took the other side? Do you remember what I said? The center of what is half where one divides? Either one is going through something which ends in a C. It ends in a C. And when the two C's come together, they connect together, the two C's. They come together. And that's the whole. So, because A is not made like that. Or is A made like that? Okay? And it goes in here like that, and it comes out like that. The E world pass. A sits over here and it grows a tail. I don't know, the pineal gland. But whatever it is, okay, you have to create another baseball field over here. And then you have to have the diamond. Where's that diamond? And here's the baseball diamond over here. This is between first and third. Okay, is this where the ace comes out? This position over here, because this is 1, 2, 3. You remember we spoke about 1, 2, 3? Forget about second base. Forget about second base. If we're creating the ace, okay, RD, okay, RD, third, RRD would be home plate, HP, 87, the gateway, 816, the half-life through Venus, creation of the spirit in the heavens of 1727, 72. Oh, because 1 and 8, 1 and 6, 6 by 8, with the whole story that goes in. Where do we get 6 and 8? We get it from 24. Where do we get 9 and 8? 3 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3. There's a whole story with that too. So we're going to take the two baseball fields. So now we got the two baseball fields. Do I end it over here and create aces after I finish at third base? I think I need more paper. Let me get another book for a second. I need, unless I have a book here. I got a magic wand. Get my cat to do anything I want. Okay. How is everybody today? Wake up. I'm not selling you nothing. Not selling you nothing. We just need to know. We just need to know, connect things that we're looking for. What are we looking for? So we're going to put up that baseball field, see if I can get that better. Let's get a little pitcher's mound, right? Should we do it that way? Or the real size for the pitcher's mound has got to be like this. Okay, because that's the foot. He puts his foot on that little place over there. And we have to come down. I'm just going to try my best to get this done a little bit neater than before. Wow, that's a pretty far away pitcher's mound, eh? I'm going to have to make this way too big. This is coming out too big. That's reboot, by the way. That's reboot. I'm not going to get into that. Have you ever seen cards that flip in an index? There's a front and a back to the card. So imagine if we're really just playing D, right? But the minute this part flips over onto this side, you see the back side of the next card. There's two sides. So when this flips over this way, it looks like that. Now you get to read the whole card. But on the other side of this card, it said something else. Do you follow what I'm saying? Anyways, let's take that away. Okay, let's try to find first base without overdrawing this picture. Third, second, first. Look at that. We got a Y here and a Y here. We got a V over here. Here we're going to put home plate. And then we are going to have the outfield. I'm going to go one more notch in the outfield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And then I'm just going to wow, I went too far. Anyways, I wish I can be a little bit more perfect or precise. Sorry, precise. Precise. Okay. So now I'll just finish off home plate this way. Now we're going to create another baseball field. And we're going to take this from the, because we need an umpire. And the umpire is going to go right over here, number 8. Not in this 8 or this 8, but in this 8 here. 888, because this one is like whoosh, together. They're squeezed together. This is closer than it appears. So we're going to go all the way down here, 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 here. I don't know who's on first, but I know who's trying to be on first, right? He who is on first is the leader of the pack. He will come home first to score. And then how did I get that home? Okay, here's the pitcher's mound here. Here's home plate. We skipped this one over here. This was the pitcher's mound. That's the pitcher's mound. So that means this is where the bases were. Okay, and then the other base was right here. So here we have second base. Here we have second base. Here we have first base. Here we have third base. Did I flip them up equal? Here we have third base. Here we have first. Should I have flipped them this way? But I don't know. You tell me. Here we have first. Here we have third. Where's second? Oh, boy. Maybe that's not second base. Because according to this, if 1 and 3 are down here, this would be in the 5 position. But this is, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from the batter's box, or would we use that as the star system? The batter's box, it would be, if I was doing it this way, I'd have 1, 2, 3, and then it would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's the way I would do it. I'm going to screw all the players up and put them where they actually belong according to numbers. That's where they belong, in that position. Can I change it? Do you understand? Position is everything. There's 9 on the field. They can play. It's going to be a pop ball and everything comes towards the infield. So I just want to do it this way. So what I'm going to talk about is, where do I draw the line? Okay. Where do I draw the line between that ace? If I needed to create the ace, where am I going to draw that line? Would I be creating the line here and creating my... And when you throw somebody out, you throw it to all the bases, right? We're not going to look at that. So now we have the batter's box. We have the catcher. We have the catcher. I never did this before. So we have the pitcher. We have first base. And we have third base. Another thing is, I want to go for size. Which way can I size this up? Now, I have to, I'm not sure if this is the size. So we get the size this way. If you take a look at this, that looks like a deck of cards. That looks like my card. It's almost the same way my card is set up. And everything takes place from the judge's corner. Now, what is the difference between a D and a V? I did it before. I don't want to get into that right now. Thank you. Because I don't have the answer. I don't want to use up total area space. Like, I don't want to fill this in yet. I'm not really sure what to do with these cutoff joints, 1 and 1/2. And these are 2/2 pyramids coming together, different style of pyramids, depending on how I want to connect this. If I was to do the star, this would end up to be a hexagon, I believe. The outside connection. And then my design can be off because, oh my God, what do we have? The hockey rink now? The hockey rink? No way. Is it a basketball court? Can't figure out what it is. We got 2 baseball fields over here. So anyways, this is the basics. I don't remember where I was going with all of this. Oh yes, this is where the ace breaks off. And then the legs, you figure, of the ace, I'm presuming, okay, they end, I don't believe they end here. Where maybe they end where the fence comes in. So now I'd want to know what the size of the field is. As well, I want to know the cutoff, which is over here. The cutoff is on the other side of second base. But I don't want to tell you that there's a little error in here. The design will change because my bases should not be like this. My bases should be like this. So it should be like that. And then home plate should be no, that's the pitcher's mound. And then home plate would be what is this, 90 feet? Does this look like 90 feet? 90 feet. Okay, let's say this is the home plate over here. And don't forget, every design, you must make it like it using the lines. You can't go in between the lines because that's an about. Okay, you have to understand the area space that it needs completely, right? So this is the way it would actually look. Looks like a pair of legs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I put a body and a head here and a body and a head here. Okay, so that's this design. You have what's in the center? You have 2. Hold on a second. Let me see. This was 2. This was 2. No, we changed the numbers. This was 8. So who is at the plate? Wait a second. If this is first and third base, hold on a second. I'm going to go this way. First base is, I went 1, 2, 3. Hold on a second. I'm trying to think. Okay, let me do this. Let me see. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, where 5 would be the pitcher. So if the pitcher's over here, it would be 4, 5, 6. The 5 would be over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it would be 9, 8, 7. This would be 4. This would be 5. This would be 6. And this would be 1. This would be 2. And this would be 3. I'm not really sure which way it goes. I'm still working on this, right? And then over here, 4, 7, 7, 4. Jesus Christ of time. Jesus Christ of time, passage of the Son. 7 and 7 is 14. The 14 around here where 6 and 1 are up and down. That's the real 7. The real 21. The real 21 is when this and this are upside down. 6 versus 1, right? That's your 7. When you spin it, if I put it the other way, right? If I put it the other way, okay, watch. 6 and 1 is 7, but 5 and 2 reflect the same dots. So that's 5. So it becomes 7 and 5. So you would have that as 7 and 5, or you would have 6 and 1 with 4 and 3, and that would be 7 and 5. So you create 6 and 1 with 6 and 1 with 4 and 3. Okay, this would be 5 and this would be 7. This is the dice dots. And then you'd have 6 and 1 and 5 and 2 equals 5 dots. Dots. 6 and 1 equals 7 dots. So we have all the numbers, and you have 7, 7, 7, 7. ONE equals to 34. SIX equals to 52. 3 and 4 equals 7. 5 and 2 equals 7. How much is 1 and 6 equal? 7. Okay, now I didn't finish with the baseball, but I'm a little exhausted here. An hour and 45 minutes. Okay, in this grueling sun in Africa. I still would love somebody to come here and help me set up so I can see myself a little bit better, always fighting with the camera. You know, it's not that I want to be professional, but if you can't understand the material that I'm delivering, we must share. We must share. We must share. I'm just trying to just give me a second. Yeah. Anyways, let me read a little bit what's here. 8 and 4. My brother just decoded pi yesterday. Well, pi I turn into something else. Turn pi into something else. 369 pi. Math 42. I am the ace of diamonds. Death seems to always follow D. I don't relate to words. You can decode forward and backward and use the rules of numerology both ways and see where the agenda is going. You would be surprised. I would be surprised. Judge and gavel. JG. J is nowhere without G. Police and orangs. Witch and broom. I like when you use dice, the cube on the other levels. I like when you use dice, it's the cube on another level way to see things. But they're exact. 1 and 8 on a dice cube. 1 dot, 8 void, same movement. 2 dot, 7 void, same movement. 6 dot, 3 void, same movement. 5 dot, 4 dot void, same movement. No, never made a book. What do you mean by a book? No, have no book. $23.5 degrees. 55. I'd like to know what that 23 and 23 is. 47. And that's where 1 divides. 1 divides. 47, 23, 23, 23, 69 and 1.5. 70.5. 72 is the next one. So it runs into 72. Right. Stars are together. What is cool crazy, Eli? Masonic 74. Tack Pans 74. Mr. Tack Pans 105. Well, what's funny about 28 is 19 and 9 equals 28. And it all has to do with 19 and 28. I'm not sure if it's Leo Sator, Rotas. I'm not sure if it's that one, but there's another equation that always works with 28 and 19. 28 and 19.
19, a special number. 8, 7, and 9, 8, and 2. Obama was 47 when Biden took the 47th vice president. Now Biden is the 47th year of service, and really the 45th president equals 47. Right, because they're always back up, just like in the game of pool, where the 7 ball, well, the repeat color of the 7 ball is the 1 in 5, 15 ball, 6. The gateway is through Mars. The 6 ball goes into the 14 ball, goes into the sun, is the green ball. The 5 ball is the orange ball, mixed by the yellow and the red ball. Put them together, you have the 5 ball, which is the orange ball, which creates a 13 ball, the 13 ball of man, and which creates DC. Now you got the 5, we did the 5 ball, now we got the 4 balls, the purple ball created by the red and the blue, created purple, Pegasus. Number 88, connecting heavens, which is actually created by 2 7s, creating an 8, 77, 77, equaling 55. So we have the 4 ball equals to the 12 ball, which is female, 13 ball is male, and that will create the E world, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, 4 by 12, 48, equaling to the sun. 5 times 13, 85, 65, equaling to another kind of sun, equals to the orphan child. 11, creation. 5 times 15, 75, equaling to the moon. We're not talking about 15, it was 13. What I did is 5 and 13 are both the orange ball and pull. Now we're going to go to the 3. The 3 gets the 11. 3 and 2 come together, beta creation of 5 and 6. The 3 and the 11, 1 and 1 is 2, creates 3. 3 creates 3. 3 and the 11, so red creates red. 1 times 2 equals 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So the 3 ball and the 11 ball is where the 11 ball, 1 times 1, and 1 plus 1, equal to 1 and 2, creating. Did you follow me? The 12 ball, okay, the 12 ball is the, the 11 ball is the 3 ball. To create the 3, you need 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, recreate the 3. Now, 1 and 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2. So now you have 2 and 3. Now you have 2 and 3 from 1 and 2. And the mathematics create the same. And then so on and so forth. And that is the creation and the bat mitzvah, the upside down creation. Bat, but, bat, but, bat, but, bat's upside down creation of the mind. I'm not sure. But Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus, the Tea Party, filtering, Judge and Gavel, all on 47. You know that song, The Man in the Box, haha, Saturn. And good day, brother. Thanks for your time. 23.5. The pentagram is set at 72 degrees. Eli Muhammad. Chaos is 19. So you need to control the chaos before it becomes chaotic when you're trying to control what is not chaos yet, but is chaos to you because you're not in control. The moon resets every 19 years. Yes, so what you have to do is 19 times 19 is every 361 years, you have to move once. So in the cycles of 3 and 1, 4, or the cycles of 7, how many times before you create one full year? It takes 361 years to create one cycle. 361 years, well, 19 years, okay, repeats to the day, okay? But you need 7 times 19 equals to 133, okay? 133 cycles is 7 days. Times what? Times 3. 133 times 3, and I'm timesing by 3 because of all the cycles, or it could be 3 point something. Okay, 133, which is 21 days, which is the chicken hatching. Okay, 21 days, which is 399. And that's telling a story of the creation, Jupiter creation, alpha beta creation. When 21, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 creates. When the 133 cycle, 313, 3 days, 1 day, 3 day creates. When the 19th cycle, A and I come together. Well, A and E is arts and entertainments, and A and I is artificial intelligence, and EIEIO is us that they bring down to the farm. The E is in the I. EIEIO. So now we have 21 days and 399. So where do we get the 364 from? Minus 364 equals to 35 days. I have to find what happened to those 35 days. Has to do probably with a chicken, I think. But the 21 days, there's got to be another number. 364, let me do this. 364 divided by 19 equals to 1915. So there's something. Oh, yes, because it's the 19th year that add on a degree. It can't be 399. It's actually 398, right? You have to remember that you can't add. We've added on all this extra time through the multiples. It's not 360, it's 361. So after 21 cycles, we add on 399 days. So we went actually 20 cycles plus X to equal to the calculation of the 364 13 moons. That 19 by 19 I'm reflecting. So we have to do that. Okay, we have to do that. How many times? We have to go 3 years and 1 year. We have to go 3 years and 1 year. So if we have to go by 3 years and 1 year, 3 by 19 is 57. We meet the moon. And we meet the spirit of 76, and it goes all over again. The moon is 1776. 3 by 19, 57, plus 19 equals to 76. I just want to see 3 by 19 equals to 27, equals to 3, equals to 39. 4 by 19 equals to 36, equals to 9. Okay, 39 and 49. The calculation is 3 times 19, and then I recount to a single digit. 3 by 10, 30, 3 plus 0, 3. But at the same time, I don't want to do this right now because zeros come up and it changes the whole scenario. And if the 0 comes up, you know what's inside is that dot, and the I is the dot. The E world, the small I. The E world, the small I. The dividing world. Anyways, that's it. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus, 31 or 127. 31 is man, and we connect to the spirit. Take care, everybody. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. I want to know. I want to know. I don't see anybody telling me I'm onto something, but more or less my relationships with everything. I want to know if they jive. Thank you for watching.